Welcome to the Cheevies Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Broscoe. With me in the studio today, I have Derek Brash, the co-writer and director of the upcoming feature film, Murder for Pleasure.
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for
having me. Yeah. Now, I met you 17 years ago, believe it or not, during a screening of your first student film. And the thing that I remember the most is while other students were meticulously working on masterful and deep and emotional films, I remember one in particular was about a girl coping with the death of her sibling. You decided to go in another direction altogether, and what I remember is being in the audience, actually sitting next to your parents as they watched your directorial debut, a film featuring your real-life brother masturbating to a girl getting fucked by a dog for like 4 minutes straight. Now, this is a two-part question. Number one, why would you make a film like that? And number two, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what? I guess it's all the cable I watched back as a kid, you know, and my parents allowed me to go to the video store just by looking at the video box art, anything that looked graphic and sexual, that would end up in my VCR.
Why do you continue to make films like this? I mean, isn't there a profounder story out there somewhere that you're passionate about and just burning to tell an audience? Because when I think of you, like, I think of Peter Pan.
You think he was a boy, like, revealing green tights?
No. I mean, most people hit adulthood and grow up, and I'd say typically their work at that point is a reflection of their core self. But with you, it seems that whatever attracted you then, in your youth, back then when you were a boy in the video stores, it continues to attract you today. Is there a desire on your part to move into more mature material?
That's so funny you asked me that question, Brian, of you of all people, but maybe we should...
Why is that?
What?
Why is that?
Your first movie ever made was a bunch of fucking stop animation Barbie dolls fucking and coming and masturbating in different sexual positions. I mean, I wasn't enlightened. There was no story there. But I loved it.
But again, that was 17 years ago.
You released an album called Fuck Work.
That was 8 years ago.
And you text me a picture of your penis.
Dude, that was like a month ago. But I have so matured since then, dear listeners. Anyway, there's a scene in the film which I think might concern some viewers because...
Well, you know, this is a very sick and violent movie, and if the viewer is not concerned, I'd be concerned about that viewer, I'm being honest.
And you make a great point. But this scene in particular that I'm talking about, given the recent surge in popularity of homosexuality and given the current PC culture we're surrounded in, I guess my question is, why include some of the graphic actions and the offensive language?
Now, I think the scene you're referring to, the guy getting his dick cut off, had to be done just right to make the film work. And it did. It was executed perfect.
Okay, I mean, I've seen the film, and in or out of context, I don't even think that makes sense, but I'm conflicted because you kind of said it confidently, and I half believe that you believe...
Well, as far as the gay thing, look, this movie by no means is pretty at all. It's about a monster. He fucking kills people. He's got these personal demons, and he's thirst for the release of blood and torture. Actually, it's kind of similar to the satisfaction you get when you nut in a girl's face.
Is it, though, the same satisfaction?
To the antagonist story, really it is.
Well, okay, maybe. But do you feel that you're sensationalizing criminal acts such as rape and murder?
No, not at all.
Yeah, but how can you anticipate an audience showing up for this thing, sitting through the film and rooting for a character that is so sick and sadistic with all this inner conflict?
Because the horror audience wants this. They want the blood and guts, so I'm delivering the goods.
Okay, well... Now, I'm sure you've read the recent controversy surrounding Cameron Crowe's film over Hollywood whitewashing, which, you know, got me to thinking about your movie. And I was thinking, why doesn't the main character, Victor, target or kill any minority groups in this film? Why does he selectively choose attractive white women to rape? Now, would that make the character racist or the writers and directors racist?
Victor does not discriminate over pussy. He kills 3 guys.
Well, yeah, I know. He kills the 3 guys, but he only rapes the women. Why is that?
Well, would you rather see a man or a woman get raped?
No, I'd rather see a woman get raped. That was a trick question. You know what? Can we edit that out of the podcast, please? I'm a respected podcast host who has never hosted a podcast until now and probably never will again. Thank you very much. Okay, so you clearly set out to make the Citizen Kane of slasher films. And by Citizen Kane, I do in fact mean the reboot of Fantastic Four of slasher films. What is your comment on that?
I don't even know what you just asked me.
What drives you to follow your instincts and ignore everyone around you, including myself, to say, hey, Derek, stop making these sick fucking movies? I mean, where does this drive come from?
I don't know. I have a dream that I was going to make films. That
Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, okay? And that was for the betterment of mankind. Do you even feel like you've contributed to mankind in any way with your films?
I did put a lot of naked girls in my movie.
Mm-hmm. You've got my attention with that, and I'm totally in agreement with the naked girls. But do you think that's what's going to sell tickets?
Of course it will, man.
Is a limo going to pick me up from my house to the theater?
That was not in the budget.
Okay, well, all right. Folks, the film is called Murder for Pleasure. It opens up in limited release August 22nd.
And we're hoping people can show up. Tickets are $15. You can get tickets on our website at www.cheeviesfilms.com. And if you don't want to buy tickets there, you can be at the show.
And why are the tickets $15?
Well, one of the reasons you're getting to see not just the release of the movie, there's going to be a half an hour of commercials, short films, music videos.
Do people get a copy of the DVD?
Actually, they do. As they leave the theater,
so that price is included.
The price includes a free copy of the movie, the DVD.
Well, thank you, Derek Brash, for the opportunity to talk to you today. And I have a busy
Brian.
schedule. Yeah.
Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell.